Let's talk about something that feels like it's straight out of a sci-fi movie, but is actually, well, it's all around you. Artificial intelligence. The thing is, it's not some far-off future concept. It is woven so tightly into your daily life, you probably don't even see it anymore. So, let's pull back the curtain.
So I've got a question for you, just straight up. Have you used AI in the last week? I mean, really think about it. Your phone, your commute, the shows you watched last night. Got an answer in your head? Okay, good. Let's see how you stack up with what most people think. According to a recent Gallup poll, if you said no, you're actually in the majority. Half of Americans don't think they've used AI recently. Another 14%? They're not even sure. That leaves just about a third of people who are like, yeah, I've used it. But here's the kicker. What if I told you pretty much everyone in that poll got it wrong?
That's right. The real number of Americans who use AI-powered stuff every single week is a mind-boggling 99%. That gap between what we think we're doing and what we're actually doing, it's huge. And that's exactly what we're going to break down right now. Here's the plan. We'll start with that AI blind spot, and I'll show you where this tech is hiding in plain sight. Then we're going to dive into how we all feel about it, the hopes, the fears, the whole deal. And to wrap up, we'll look at what your future and your career could look like with AI in the picture. All right, so where is all this invisible AI? Anyway, let's take a look at the tools you're probably bumping into every single day, maybe without a second thought.
Ever use Google Maps to dodge traffic? That's AI predicting the road ahead. Unlocked your phone with your face? Yep, AI again. That autocorrect that sometimes helps, sometimes doesn't, you guessed it. The shows Netflix recommends, the posts in your social media feed, the chatbot that pops up on a website, the fraud alert from your bank, it is all powered by artificial intelligence. Even the weather forecast relies on it now. So all these examples kind of beg the question, what is AI, really? Well, the simple version is this. It's all about building computer systems that can do things that usually need a human brain, like understanding what someone's saying, making a decision, or recognizing a face in a photo. And to make all that happen, AI leans on a few key technologies.
First up is machine learning, or ML. You can think of this as the engine driving a lot of those tools we just mentioned. It's how Google Maps gets smarter from traffic data, or how your email gets better at catching spam. The machine is literally learning and improving from experience, just like we do.
Then you've got deep learning, which is like a more advanced, souped-up version of ML. This is the real magic behind things like Face ID on your phone. It can learn directly from huge piles of raw data, like millions of images or sounds, without a person having to label it all first. And finally, there's natural language processing, NLP for short. This is the bridge that allows machines to actually understand our human language. It's the secret sauce in digital assistants like Siri, and it's how your phone has any clue that you probably meant to type there instead of there. Okay, so AI is everywhere. Point taken. But, just because we're all using it doesn't mean we're all thrilled about it. So let's get real and look at the data on how we actually feel about AI taking on a bigger and bigger role in our lives. When you look at our biggest worries, a few things jump right out. As you can see here, the number one concern by a long shot is the spread of fake or false information. Right behind that is the fear that it could hurt our social connections, and of course, the big one, what's going to happen to our jobs? But it is not all doom and gloom. Not at all. Despite all those fears, there's one area where public opinion does a complete 180. According to Gallup, medical diagnosis and treatment is the one place where more people see AI as a positive force than a negative one. And you know what? That optimism makes a lot of sense. Beyond just medicine, AI is pushing things forward in huge ways. In finance, it's the reason you get that instant fraud alert on your phone. In manufacturing, it's making factories safer and way more efficient. And in retail, it's the brains behind those personalized shopping suggestions. This table really sums up our complicated relationship with this stuff, doesn't it? On one side, you've got this massive concern about misinformation in jobs. But on the other, there's this real hope and optimism for what it can do in an area like healthcare. It's a technology of two minds, for sure. So let's do it. Let's tackle that biggest fear, the job loss thing, head on. What if we stop thinking about it as a replacement and start framing it as an opportunity? I want you to look at this number for a second. 97 million. It's a powerful counter-argument to all that fear. So, what exactly is it? That is the number of brand new jobs the World Economic Forum thinks AI is going to create by 2025.
And yes, some jobs will change or disappear, but the projection shows a net growth of 12 million new roles. So the world of work is definitely changing, but it's not disappearing. And here's the part you really need to hear. A lot of these new jobs don't require you to be some kind of coding genius. We're seeing new roles pop up like AI prompt engineers or AI-enabled sales analysts. These jobs are much less about building the AI and way more about figuring out creative ways to use it.
So, how do you get ready for this shift? Honestly, the path is way more accessible than you'd think. It can be as simple as figuring out what you need to learn, maybe taking a basic AI course online, and then just playing around with some of the easy-to-use tools out there that don't require a single line of code.
And this, right here, is the key takeaway for your career. For most of us, the biggest opportunity isn't going to be in building AI from scratch. It's going to be in becoming an expert at using AI as a tool to be better, faster, and smarter at what we already do. Which brings us right back to the main point. AI isn't some future event we need to brace for. It's already here. It's in your pocket, it's in your car, it's on your screen. The real challenge now is to go from being a passive consumer of all this tech to being an active participant in how it all unfolds. You don't need a PhD in computer science to make it in this new world. You just need to be curious. It's about understanding what these tools are good at, what they're bad at, and then figuring out how you can use them to superpower your own unique human skills. So I'll leave you with this. When we started, you might not have realized just how much AI you were already using. But now that you can see it hiding there in plain sight, the real question is, what's next? Are you just going to let it happen, or are you going to be an active part of it? The future isn't just happening to us. We all have a say in what it looks like.